Good day guys, it's Kermit once again and welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be talking about trade entry types, how to trade with fractal confirmation entries. I've actually talked about trade entry types before, where I give you guys the aggressive and the confirmation entry. Now the aggressive entry is practically when we identify our POI. Now let's use this diagram for example. Now let's say we have this current trading range here, this recent break of structure coming from an obvious uptrend. So this was the last low that gave us this high, thereby breaking structure. And we can see it has a very nice inducement here that will lure traders into buying early. And there is a fair value gap here for price to fill. So this is like the entry we decided to take this other block around this point here. So what do we expect price to do? We expect price to pull back into discounts, take out the inducement, tap into our point of interest, and buy to our targets. But one of the flaws this aggressive entry has is the fact that you might get stopped out easily because this pullback is coming from a substructural downtrend. Even though it is inside this range, even though it is inside this trading range, price can easily invalidate it and take out this previous strong low, which will now lead to an overall change in trend. Which is why I mostly use fractal confirmation entry. Now, fractal confirmation is a recurring price pattern which we use to confirm an entry point before getting into a trade. Just like these entry points we have here, we just set our limit and we expected price to just tap into it and buy to our targets. Using fractal confirmation, we'll be expecting price or we'll be waiting for price to come into our entry point first. Then we now look for what a recurring price pattern, just like the definition. Now, what recurring price pattern are we looking at? Before price pulled back, price took out a previous high. So we'll be looking at price to take out this previous substructure high here, which will now lead to a change of character. Now, this change of character means price is about to change from this downtrend, this internal downtrend, to an uptrend. That is one. Secondly, what are we looking at for again? Since here we took our entry from a point of interest that swept liquidity. Same thing here, we'll be looking at this point of interest here that swept liquidity. And our point of interest has inducements. So our confirmation entry will also do what? Have what? Inducement here. So this is how it's going to be like. This becomes our new entry points anyway. This one now becomes our new entry point. So we expect price to pull back, tap into our new entry points and buy. Where will our stop loss going to be? Since we said fractal confirmations are recurring price pattern that are used to what? To confirm an entry point before getting into a trade. So we are using this fractal movement here to confirm this trade. So this is still our invalidation point. This is still where our stop loss is going to be. And this is where we are still going to target here. Now, to get your fractal confirmation, this is how I combine my time frame. If I got my entry from the 1 hour time frame, if I got my entry from the 1 hour time frame, that is H1, my confirmation entry time frame is most likely going to be the M5. If I got my confirmation entry from the H4 time frame, which is the 4 hours time frame, if I want to get a fractal confirmation for that particular 4-hour entry, let's say this is a 4 hours entry. If I want to get a fractal confirmation for this entry, I'll go down to the 15 minutes time frame to get it. Now let's go into the live chart. Let me break down a trade I took on GBP AUD using this same system. All right. Now this is the 1 hour time frame, GBP AUD. Now I was able to mark out this key level where price has been rejecting from here. This was the recent break of structure. Then price broke structure here again. And this was the particular trade I took. When price broke structure here, this was where I met the trade here. So after I was able to identify my current range, which is this low and this particular high right here, I picked my entry from this area that swept liquidity. Yeah. This is not a missed entry. This is what we call engineer liquidity because this point of interest does not have an inducement. So I was expecting price to engineer liquidity, which it did right here. So what am I expecting price to do again? I'll be expecting price to come back down, take out this previous low, tap into this area. Then we want to see price do what? Give us a new high here. by taking out this previous high, right? So let's see what happened. Now, price has tapped into our point of interest. And remember the definition of fractal confirmation, reoccurring price pattern to confirm what? An entry point, right? So we go down to the lower time frame. Since this is the 1 hour, we'll be going down to the 5 minutes time frame to look for a reoccurring price pattern. So now we're currently on the 5 minutes time frame. So what should we be looking out for here? This is the downtrend. This is the substructure that led to this mitigation here. So this was like the last high. So this was like the last high here. Now I'll be expecting price to take out this previous high. Okay. Now price has taken out this previous high here. So this is where I will likely get my entry from, this particular order block that swept liquidity here, this one. And as you can see, it also has an inducement here, this internal range liquidity that is close to it because the inducement and there's a break of structure. As you can see, sweep of liquidity. This same thing is what happened here on the higher time frame. So that is what we are seeing here on the lower time frame. And this is where I'm going to be getting my entry from. So where will my stop loss be? Like I said, this particular confirmation is just to confirm this entry point. So my stop loss is likely going to be where? Just below this low here. And I'll be targeting where? I'll be targeting this higher time frame, this particular 1 hour high here. It was a 1 to 6 hour trade, of course. So this is it. So let's see what price did. So as you can see, we are tagged. Now we're expecting price to do what? Give us a new high. Yeah, we have a new high right now. So when you look at this clearly, you are going to see that this same thing that happened here, we have this low that swept liquidity, we have the break of structure. Since there is no inducement, I taught you guys how to trade point of interest without inducement, which for engineer liquidity, which is this. The same thing happened on this our fractal confirmation entry. Yeah. We have this low, swept liquidity, change character. That is to tell us that what this substructure is about to change from a downtrend to an uptrend. We have the inducement here, and you see price came back down, took out the inducement, tap into our entry and buy. And that is how you can easily confirm your entry points using fractal confirmation. So I shared this trade live on my Telegram channel for free. You can check the link in the description below. You join us and trade with me every week. I share my trades for free every week on Telegram. So click the link in the description below and join us. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, share this video to your friends, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.